I want to jump right into asking you about your health and how you're doing.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing fine. I'm healthy. Just trying to stay fit. I've got an incredible girlfriend that cooks, so I'm getting a little fat, but other than that, I'm doing really good.
Can I ask you about your hearing and how things are going?
Oh, just fine. My hearing's good.
Okay. Because I heard a rumor.
Well, I wear earplugs now, so...
So you play behind a plexiglass wall now?
Just keep stage volume down. Save a D.
I have 3 videos that have been played on my show. P9, Artificial Heart, and the latest Easy Street.
You played Artificial Heart, huh?
Yeah.
I like that one.
Which do you think is a favorite out of those 3 videos?
Artificial Heart's a monumental breakthrough video,
Yeah.
I'd say.
Real blockbuster of sorts.
Showstopper. Sort of like the Blob without the Blob. You know?
At the box office. Did really good for us.
Yep.
It won't do as good as the Wayne's World.
So you
movie.
showed that. I'm impressed.
Would you like me to show it
I
again?
think we're definitely on a hip show. If you guys,
You know, that got banned in England too, which makes it even hipper. They will not show it. They won't even acknowledge that it exists in
Well, of
England.
course.
So this
It
is
said- MTV
really
said-
exciting.
Never once, not at 3 a.m., not in a million years.
So, okay, coming out of, making a video like Artificial Heart, and did you have to take some considerations for making Easy Street, something that's a little bit more tangible to play on bigger formats like MTV?
Tangible to play? Oh, well, no, it was actually not very tangible to play because that didn't really get played either, but...
It did. I saw it.
I think that it didn't really, it wasn't supposed to. Well, the problem is that you can't understand how the song sounds on the TV set. And I think that Grant basically probably screwed that up somehow. Otherwise, they've probably been playing it all the time. I don't know. Well, I just blame it on Grant. Because you can't take Grant for granted, Dee Dee.
I wouldn't dare try either.
You can't take Dave seriously.
I want to ask you, this is locally involved here.
Didn't you like the Easy Street video? Didn't you think it was fun?
I liked it. I
Four
like the
fun guys
song.
having fun in the Wisconsin Dells.
I like the song,
You think
too.
you got an amusement park here, you got to go to the Dells. Have you ever been to the Wisconsin Dells? It's really something. They don't have a McDonald's barge there, though, like they do
Too bad
here.
for them, too. You're labelless, without a record label.
That's right. It's weird because our opening band tonight is on a big major label, and they have to open for us. So that's our claim to fame. The Jayhawks are opening for us.
That's all right. You paid your dues better.
Well,
We'll see about that.
So can we talk about being labelless, and
It's a great feeling, to tell you the truth.
because it was an unpleasant experience, maybe?
Well,
it means there's lots of fine dining up ahead.
I think that we make better music when we don't have a record label. It sounds kind of funny, but it's true.
Isn't that what you usually try to strive for, though, getting on a label? So
Because
you can
you feel so, like you don't even know why you're doing it. So it's more fun that way. And then, I don't think it'll be a big problem for us. But I think it was kind of, it's kind of egomaniacal of us to leave our record label because we didn't. A lot of bands would really love to be on a major label, but
You got to look at it in perspective.
we left.
And tell me your perspective on it.
And the
Yeah.
perspective is that we feel like we'd be better off doing something else. Gives us a lot more freedom, to just kind of do our own thing and try and find a place to do it again.
What do you think makes the band as a whole more happy, or a good show, or like a good album or something?
In the long run, I'd say it's a good record. In the short run, it's a good show. You get off stage and you feel hyped if you play really good. That's a great feeling. But in the long run, AC/DC, for instance, they make great records, and they have to feel really good about the records that they make.
That's a really good analogy, Grant. I'd also like to say that I think that making a record is kind of like building a house. And playing a gig is kind of like wearing it's like, what do you like better, a nice house or a nice pair of shoes? Because a pair of shoes, you got to wear them all the time, and you got to feel good every day when you're wearing those pair of shoes. But see, when you build a house,
So philosophical.
you have to build this big house, and then you know what you have to do? you have to live in it.
Yeah.
And so
True.
you can only, I mean, we live in our house for, let's say, a year, and then we go out and build a new house, which is pretty cool.
Right.
Because people often have to live in the same house for how long, Dave?
For a long time.
A long time.
Personally, what song is the most relevant to the band or kind of identifies Soul Asylum?
Well, I'd have to say that would be,
Artificial Heart, I would have to say.
yeah, definitely.
Really? Okay.
That sort of epitomizes what we're all about. We're sort of like a bad horror movie sometimes.
Decap Soul?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to play a video that is very controversial. Was banned in England. So if you're English, or if you have any English relatives, or your parents don't think you should see something that is out of the ordinary or extraordinary, please don't watch this video. The rest of you, enjoy, please. This is Artificial Heart.
Total some number of years. Oh, 7, 8,
No, it's more like
10.
10
I've
years
been doing
of
this for 85 something. I don't know. I've been doing this for 7 years, and they had been doing it not very well, might add, for about 3 or 4 years before I joined the group.
Okay. What keeps things fresh at this point? You know, you've been together, you've been
Ice.
doing this.
What keeps things spicy?
You know, one of my favorite new spices, I do have basil, but that's just so basic. But we've been growing basil in my garden.
You know what I like?
I'm getting fat.
Dee,
What do you like?
I like cilantro.
Cilantro is
You ever taste that?
No,
Oh,
what
it's
is it?
really
you
good.
have
It's
tasted
sorta-
it, you just don't know you.
It's on a lot of Mexican food. It's like looks like parsley, but it's got this really strong taste to it. It tastes sort of like dishwashing detergent, but only a lot
I
better.
sort of feel it
It's
tastes
really-
like burnt soap.
Oh, I love it. It's
So-
the best. It's the best thing that ever happened to food.
Okay.
Was that what you meant by that question? What? How do you keep things
I
spicy?
forget.
What is our concept?
Well, our concept is to leave it to the listener to describe it.
Okay.
I mean, that sounds kind of
Kind of pompous, but they spot.
pompous, but
That's about right.
Flaky.
Well, you know, the concept is basically that there is no concept. We just kind of do our own thing and play what we enjoy, and we've been lucky enough to let other people in on that and have other people enjoy what we enjoy. So it's not like a concept, or as far as like a pre-concept goes.
It's actually it's a bit of a group, a traveling group.
We're actually like one of those old 60s bands or
A band of
50s
just-
bands that's actually a group. You know,
It's the ancient tradition of playing in a band and traveling around and not
Sort of
really
gypsy
worrying
thing.
about anything else.
Are you guys satisfied with what you're making?
I'm satisfied when the song sounds good. And you know that if you can make something like that happen on a daily basis, you almost got enough. You know, you'll need a little of the old, you know what, here and there, but geez Louise. I mean,
Yeah, you got any questions for Soul Asylum?
we got some questions for you.
huh? We got some questions for you.
here.
Come here.
Here's an avid fan of Critical
Okay,
Mass
stand-
and Soul
stand right
Asylum right here.
Actually, why don't you sit up here where I was?
All right.
So not what is the concept, and not that we're the best band. Well, what do you like about Soul Asylum? Being a fan.
Well, you guys, like, in the beginning, you put, like, country into hardcore and all that, and you put it all together, and you guys have a real original sound, and I've never heard anything like it, you know. Yeah.
That's it. We're original. The concept is Soul Asylum. Not
All right. So what do you guys like to do at night, like right around about 10:30? What's the throbbing, happening nightlife scene here in St. Louis?
There isn't much away.
Isn't much going on. Why do you suppose there isn't much going on here?
I don't know, man.
You know, the scene is what you make it. That's what I always say.
Well, there were for a long time a bunch of really hot bands, and that's stalled for a while, but they're really coming around back again. Some local outputs into the media, like the Double Helix channel, the Double Helix station, Critical Mass, yeah, thanks, Dee Dee.
Who do you guys think are the hot bands in St. Louis?
They're all right.
Let me try that again. Who do you think is the hot band in St. Louis?
Ultraman.
Ultraman, huh? All right, now where are they tonight? What do you suppose Ultraman's doing on a night like this? Big Saturday night in St. Louis. Do you know Ultraman? Are you guys friends with Ultraman?
I've never really met them. Never
How old do you think they are?
in their
Kind of, you guys don't hang around with that scene or what?
No.
You guys,
We'll see him around, you know.
you guys think there's a lot of like hot punk rock chicks in this town?
Yeah.
Definitely, lots of them.
There's a few. There's some real nasty ones. Yeah.
What do the gals think about all your skateboarding and your graffiti and your basically socially unacceptable behavior?
Well, I don't think they really care about it.
They probably think it's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, I'd say so. So you think that a lot of this counterculture and the the scene, do you think that a lot of it has to do with trying to impress women, or not necessarily?
Yeah, I do, but there's a lot of it going around for people just doing it because it seems like the thing to do. They like it. That's all.
That's right, and that's important when you're in the scene, right?
I guess so, man.
Because if there wasn't things that people did just because it was the thing to do.
Well, I don't know.
Well, let's wrap this up with some words of wisdom from the youth counterculture here on Critical Mass.
But get him go first.
Ryan?
Get back to this. Well, just like, if you're gonna do something, do it right away. Don't let anybody scare you. So just do it.
Some words of wisdom.
Go to him.
I think that as cool as this show is, more shows like this are needed. Make a pirate radio station. It's not hard to do. Just spray paint, get word out.
X-Ray is the king, better than anyone else.
There you have it, here on Critical Mass, folks. Oh, weren't you done yet?
No, everybody watch this show.
Thanks, Brian. You did an excellent job.
One other thing.
Oh,
We need more rain.
okay, I'm going to turn the mic over to you now. See ya!
Before spending $15 on a compact disc, think Euclid Records. Euclid Records has St. Louis's largest selection of used CDs priced from $1 to $10. They stock the latest releases, thousands of albums and cassettes, plus they'll buy and trade. Euclid Records west of Euclid and Laclede in the central West End.